All right, I am speaking clearly into the mic so that you can hear me and hear me well. You are now watching Unks in the building. The Unk is in the building. UNCS Unks in the building. Resident Unk Byron is here with the beloved Auntie Stacy.
Hello.
Today, we will once again be doing Reddit stories with you. Thank you for continuing joining us on this journey. And we will have a question before that by Auntie Stacy. I'm ready.
Yeah, we need Unk's perspective on this.
Unk's perspective on this.
All right.
Ready like SpongeBob, as they say.
What does being a good man actually look like in real life?
Heavy. That's a heavy question. Good is relative. However, that's what I'm gonna answer to me. I think it's a lot of handling your responsibilities, being respectable, being respectful, being honorable, being consistent in a good way, and not consistently not there. Like consistently showing up, and last of all, in some cases, knowing when to sacrifice for the greater good of either your community, your family, it's your community or your family. So definitely being present and knowing when to sacrifice and carrying yourself in a manner that is respectable. I think there's a lot to do with the qualities I would say would be a good man. I think beyond that, intrinsically, integrity, being a man of integrity matters. Good character. Yeah, those are all good things, I think, make up a good individual. Now, if we're talking about within relationships,
I was just talking in general.
Okay. All right. Well, then, in general
in
works.
relationships, it matters too, because I think a lot of single people, they don't know what a good woman or a good man is. Obviously, I'm asking you what a good man is because you're a man.
Right.
So.
Yeah, those are qualities I think, and if you bring those into a relationship, of course, I think if you are messing with anybody who has any level of character or smarts about them, they'll recognize those good traits and consider you a good man. Some of that stuff, sounds to somebody who's not ready for a good man boring. It sounds
and
boring.
I think that's sad because a lot of times, like today, we glorify petty. We glorify a lot of silly stuff, sexy, money, career, ambition, which are it's part of who a person.
I got to talk about this.
Is, but
I got to talk about this because I feel like it's a problem to be too influenced by social media, because we share things that are like, oh my gosh, shock value. We share it. And I saw a post the other day, and the young fella was talking to a lot of young ladies, and I think he was asking, I don't know if I talked to you about this. He was asking them, would they rather be in a relationship with a married man who always told them yes, or have their own man and he told them no 45% of the time. And it was like the amount of women on there, I think he might have asked like 20 girls, and only one of them said they wanted their own man, and she continued to say, sometimes I need to hear no.
Right.
You know, and I was honestly happy to see the amount of people going down in the comments, men and women, being like, look at the quality of woman that he's talking to, though.
Right.
And that was not, historically, that had not always been the case. Historically, it was like, oh, they wild, ha ha ha, share, or whatever, instead of being like, yo, this is kind of sad. Mm-hmm. And so I was happy to see that, because it seemed like there's a little bit of a turn that's happening where people are realizing, like, yo, this foolishness that's being spread to keep men and women arguing of all races and colors, but particularly the black community, is starting to get a little out of control. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's like, stop putting this in front of us and trying to act like everybody hates everybody, because a lot of women ain't gonna be that silly, dare I say stupid, to be like, I don't want to know real situation, I just want to be a side chick to somebody who's gonna give me what I want. Somebody in the comments put, yeah, and we'll see how long that I always say yes goes when you finally confront him on whether or not he gonna leave his wife. And it's kind of like, oh yeah, he gonna tell you, yeah, but he's never actually gonna.
He never said it was the truth.
You know, so it's just kind of like I want it to become popular to be decent again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's recognize we're not enemies, or at least we shouldn't be. And in order for us to really thrive, teamwork is required, and a little bit of grace, because nobody is perfect.
Yeah, I think recognizing what's actually good, defining that clearly for yourself is important, and living up to that as well. You can't want something that you're not.
Say that again. Say that one more time.
You just got to be a good woman too.
I was talking to my mother about this. Was it talking to my mother? Somebody was talking to somebody about this, and I was saying basically just that, like, you can't want what you aren't,
or not giving. You don't want to receive what you never give.
Because I was talking about how people, you know, you look at them and it's kind of like, I'm gonna look at them for their potential, what they could be somewhere down the line. I have a friend that, you know, he lost like 140 pounds, right? And that's not an easy thing to do.
No.
And I said, you know, if you're with somebody who is, you know, large as well, but they're undisciplined, because you have to, in order to do that, like, this fella's going to the gym, you know, 3, 4, 5 times a week for 2 hours at a time.
Right.
Change his whole diet, the whole nine. He has an accountability partner to keep, you know, hey, stay on track. In order to be in a relationship with somebody like that, if you're not already there, it's a problem. This is why the relationship weight is real. Like, first thing you doing, we going out to eat all the time. You know what I'm saying? So since everything is, hey, we going to eat, we having dessert, we having a good time, we every day, all day, 2, 3, 4 times a day, we, you know, it requires a level of discipline that if that person is not already on that, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. So you really have to find somebody who appreciates what you're trying to do and can get on board with that, instead of just kind of like, hey, I think that person's cute, let's be together. I think
that's what people work on. What does he do?
The wrong things.
And you're like, that lasts for 20 minutes. Like, you know, lasts for a month maybe. But the character of the person is so important. And you have to understand really know what you're looking for. Sometimes it takes some dating some people who are not that, so you could
figure out what you don't want. But you got to learn from that.
Right.
You got to learn.
Byron likes to say a lot of the times, I don't know if I'm close enough to this. You like to say your type is why you're single.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of times you're going for the wrong type of person just because that is intriguing to you. But you gotta. Sometimes it's a healing thing. Like sometimes you need to heal something broken.
Yeah.
And realize the reason why I'm choosing this person is because something's not right within me. And why do I keep going after this same type of person and it not working out? Maybe I should try something new.
Say it again.
But it's really about looking at what's a good character? What's some good character traits that you're looking for? And that when you start looking at possibilities of those things, the makeup of the person starts to matter less and less in terms of physicality. You know, when you start looking at someone who is the possibility of, you know, let's say you love generosity and kindness and pays attention to detail and there for you. You know, that show that we were watching called Swagger. And he was saying, he had this thing, the coach. I'm not going to call him by his name. What's his real name? I don't know. O'Shea Jackson. I was about to say Ice-T's. That's it. No, not even Ice-T. Ice-T, sorry. Ice Cube. Ice Cube. He looks like Ice Cube to me. But anyway, Ice Cube's son. It was a great show, actually. But anyways, he had this whole saying talking about
Apple TV.
Being a 24-hour person. And I loved it because it was like, I'm going to be this person who I say I am all the time. Consistent. Because I'm a person who shows up for somebody. If I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I'm consistently there. I say I'm for you. I got your back. I'm always going to say, no, I'm not sometimes there, other times. And that's the type of person you want in your life. A real 24-hour person who you know for sure is going to, you know, do their best. They may not always pull through or make the right choice or do it, but you got to know where their heart is. And that to me is who you should be looking for in a partner, in a friend, you know, anybody that you're trying to keep in your circle. 24-hour person is a huge, to me, it should be a huge factor into who you want to spend your life with, unless you're also an awful person and you don't care about those things.
I like awful people.
Yeah.
No. Okay. But yeah, that's good.
Yeah, just wanted to know that. All right. Oh, did I just snort there involuntarily? Yep, I think I did. All right. Back to the stories now. Are you ready? How you feeling?
Indeed. I'm ready.
Ready to judge some people a little bit?
Stop it.
Okay. This is from the subreddit, Am I the A-hole?
We love those.
Am I the a-hole for adopting a dog after I thought my boyfriend broke up with me?
Okay.
My boyfriend was going through a tough time, and he said he needed a break. He said he was going to press pause on our relationship and go visit his family in Washington. I asked how you pause a relationship because I don't understand how that works. He said he needed some time to work on himself, and he asked me to respect that. After he left, I reached out to him a few times via text, asking him to let me know how he arrived safe and to say hi to his mom for me. I received no response. I tried to call and left a message asking if he had broken up with me. I came to the conclusion that he ghosted me, and my friends agreed. I was bummed, and my best friend recommended I find something like a new hobby or a new show to watch that wouldn't make me think of my boyfriend. I decided to get a dog. My boyfriend is horribly allergic to pet dander, so I never even considered getting a pet. However, since he broke up with me, I decided to get one. He's a senior dog from the shelter that needed rescuing. He's low energy and likes to lay his head on my lap while I read, work, or watch TV. After 6 weeks away, my boyfriend texted me that he was back and coming over tomorrow.
No way.
Which was yesterday.
No way.
So we could talk. I was shocked and texted him back asking what he was talking about. He said he was back and ready to unpause our relationship. He said he would talk to me about everything the next day. I texted back, what relationship? He didn't answer. Yesterday, he showed up and told me he had done a lot of self-examination and was ready to move forward on his life path. He even wanted to talk about moving in together. Then he saw my dog and started freaking out. He asked me how I could get a dog when I know how sick he gets. I told him that since he broke up with me, I didn't think it mattered. He said he didn't break up with me. He said he ghosted me. He said he communicated with me telling me he was pressing pause and visiting family. I said not answering text is ghosting. We argued in circles, and then he said he had to leave because he was getting an allergic reaction, even though he was standing in the doorway, not inside.
Right.
I feel like he broke up with me, and it was okay that I got a dog. He said that he never did, and therefore it's a horrible act of disregard to have gotten a dog. Which of us is right? My best friend said I should break up with him because he's a jerk. I don't think I should have to break up with someone that already broke up with me. If I break up with him, I'm basically agreeing with him that he didn't break up with me, and therefore I was an a-hole for getting the dog, right? That's the story.
Lord Jesus, help us all. First of all, what is a pause on a relationship?
Tell me how that works.
There's no pause. This is not a movie. You can just pause. This is not a movie. Let me be clear.
Life.
On the mic.
Life is not a movie.
This is not a movie. You might have movie-like moments, but this is not a movie. You can just pause. You cannot say, hey, put your life on hold so I can go sow my royal oats like they said on Coming to America. That was a movie. You can't do that. This is not that. You are not the a-hole for getting a dog because animals are kind of healing sometimes. They be knowing, they know.
And it was a senior dog. That was super cute.
Yeah, that's a level of love that you can get from the pet. You care for them. They there for you. They call them what they got. They have a emotional support dog. Mm-hmm. They have like pets like that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. You cannot disappear with no explanation other than, we need a pause for 6 weeks and then be like, we still in a relationship. You could have at least, let me tell you something, man, respectfully. If somebody who I'm not in a relationship with says, hey, let me know your flight landed okay. I know you was. It could be a coworker. That could be a neighbor. Like, hey, I saw you was packing out of town. They got your phone number. I don't know why a neighbor would do that, but I'm just saying, like, common courtesy. I would text back and be like, "Oh yeah, we landed all right," instead of just not saying anything. For somebody you're in a relationship with for 6 weeks, it's a long time. That's a long time. It's too long. Your relationship is over. When he asked about coming back to talk, I wouldn't even been like, "What we need to what you need to come up, whatever conversation you need to have. Let's have it on the phone right now." Because why you need to come over for what? Now no. That sounds like a two can play that game situation. Like go over to their house and break their stuff up and argue and leave so you can have.
Listen, this man
is a psychopath. Of all,
you could tell someone, I need a break, but y'all have to come to
an agreement
together.
Yeah.
You can't just come and say, I'm going to pause this and then I'm going to come back and tell you when I'm ready.
After disappearing.
How is it just your decision? If you say you need a break, some people could say, well, I don't believe in breaks. If we're going to take a break, we're done. And that's it. Mm-hmm. Or the person could say, okay, well, what are the circumstances of what are the parameters of this thing?
Yeah.
Are we taking a break? We're putting a pause. So that means our relationship doesn't exist. Can we go date other people? What are we doing in this break? We're not communicating. Okay. Well, and for how long? When does this? So if I text you, you're not going to respond. Is that there was no conversation, no agreements, no nothing. It was all about his wants and needs. Mm-hmm. And now when he's like, oh, I'm back.
That's the type of stuff people do when they want to go check out to see if an old fling is going to work.
Old fling or new? Let me go see. He said he went to Washington. She has no idea where she is.
This dude could have been 6 minutes up the road.
Whoever he tried to get with didn't work out.
And now he's back like, home.
Let me zone in because this is the real deal here. But let me tell you something. I don't even know how she entertained him coming to the house.
That's what I said. No way.
I would have been like,
no way.
What are you coming to say? No, we're done.
Yeah,
we're done.
Left.
Don't call
6
me.
weeks is crazy. I could understand if it was like 2 or 3 days and he was like, I just really had to clear my mind. 6 weeks, bro. That's a month and a half.
Of no communication.
No communication.
No
I don't know if you dead or alive. No, thank you. Have a nice day, sir.
Top comment, not the a-hole. It's only a pause if both parties agree.
Yeah.
A one-sided pause when the other is against it, in fact, is just a breakup.
Yes, it is. You got dumped.
Someone said he tried the classic George Costanza trick. Exactly. From Seinfeld for you non-Seinfeld people. All right.
All this shit.
Anything else to say?
No. Okay. She needs good luck with the dog. That fella can have a nice day. That's it.
All right. Oh, goodness.
The dog is a senior dog. I hope the dog got a long time.
Right. All right. Am I the a-hole community as well?
Number 2, we with that. Like it. Love
Am I the a-hole for refusing to take in my in-laws? I, 37 female, have been married to my husband, 38, for 10 years.
Okay.
We have 2 children. He has 2 brothers, Henry, who's 40, who is married with 2 children, and Frank, 43, who is also married with 2 children.
Oh my goodness.
Their parents now need to move in with one of their sons because they can no longer live alone.
Okay, go ahead.
One of his brothers called for a family meeting with all the siblings and their wives. Henry and Frank suggested their parents should live with my husband and I, since I have the most experience. We own the biggest house. What? We own the biggest house with an in-law apartment that we use when we have guests visiting, and their wives both work. I'm the only one with a background in nursing, but I'm now mostly a stay-at-home mom. I keep my license current and work 1 weekend a month just in case I need to go back to work full-time once our children are older. I said no because my mother-in-law and I don't have a good relationship. She's never been kind to me, and we only see her twice a year because I don't want our children seeing her do that.
Oh, Lord.
I suggested a nursing home or assisted living. His brothers said they did look into that option, but neither are options due to cost. I let them know we will not be having their parents living with us, and one of them will have to accommodate them at their home. They said they would not be able to survive financially having their wives stay home. I apologized and told them if they had any questions while caring for them, I'd be available over phone, but I told them I would not do it. My husband agrees with me, but does think it was a little harsh. My brothers aren't speaking to us right now because they said I'm an a-hole who's going to put them in a bad spot. Am I the a-hole?
Lord Jesus, that one's tough.
And then there was just a few answers, the questions people had, and then she's clearing up. Answers to questions. I saw a few people asking about selling their home, assets, and inheritance. They do not own a home. There are no assets and no inheritance. There is very little money and it is being used for necessities. It's an unfortunate situation.
That one's very tough. It's tough because this woman has been a jerk to you your whole time, to the point where you don't even want to be bothered with her and don't want the kids to see how bad she treats you. You do sound like you have the best situation, being that you stay at home and you a nurse and you got an in-law suite apartment or whatever. How she said it was an
it's
apartment.
An in-law apartment thing attached to their
house.
house.
I mean, the situation sounds absolutely fantastic. It sounds like you can accommodate them perfectly and with the least amount of invasion of space, considering it's an in-law apartment that's off to, so they can be tucked off to the side without being in your own personal space. The situation sounds fantastic, and you're a nurse. I mean, like,
it sounds fantastic for other people. For other people, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, a stay-at-home nurse, like everything that could possibly accommodate these people in the best way possible. You have it. However, that whole you treated me like trash, and not treated. Excuse me. You treat me like trash to the point we can't be around, bro. That's tough. A-hole is strong. Because I believe in boundaries. It's just like, what's the alternative? They said that if the other people can't afford it, and they can't afford a nursing home, and it's like, I can do it, but I'm just not gonna do it. Whew.
Wow. I don't
heavy.
think she's. That's a huge ask. Massive, ginormous ask. Your home, it should be a place where you feel comfortable.
Right.
This is how you run it. For somebody who doesn't like you, someone coming in new to your space, universe that you've created, is already a strange thing. Somebody that doesn't like you and you don't get along with, coming in to stay permanently, they're not here for a weekend.
Oh, say it.
That's not happening. Okay? And the children are young and they are
impressionable.
Yes, I'm not doing that. So I don't fault her at all.
No.
What I think could happen is, okay, so they knew that their parents were elderly, right? Everybody knows that your parents are getting older, right? So you have to come up with a plan prior to this, like not at the point when we have to make a decision now and none of us have a plan or money. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So there needed to be some money, like talking to the parents, like, what are y'all doing? Like, what is the plan? Do we have like this? These are things that should have been in the works
ahead of time. Yeah.
But let's just say, this is what it is. They can't. Yep. Now it would be like, okay, well, what can we afford? Because
I think it's got to be
our thing is out of the question.
Yeah, they got to pool goal. They got to like all three come together. Like I know you saying you can't afford this nursing home, but all three of us, if we
need
chip
to pitch,
in.
Even if she starts taking I'll take some shifts before I let that person come in. Ain't no way. Nope.
Yeah.
But let's see what the people say. There is an update.
Okay.
We all had dinner tonight to discuss the situation further. We reviewed the cost of the assisted living facilities and the nursing homes in our area. The brothers decided they could not afford even splitting the cost for their either option. They did ask if we consider using the in-law apartment, but my husband told them that would not be happening. After some back and forth, one of my sister-in-laws is going to be quitting her job after the new year. My brother-in-law not working was not an option for them due to the salary difference. My brother-in-law was not working. I don't understand what that will happen. Their children will share a bedroom to make room. There will be a home health aide for 3 hours 2 times a week. My brother-in-law will contribute when he's home from work. My other sister-in-law and brother-in-law will go to their house 2 weekends a month to help and give them a break. My husband will help with the increase in bills from their parents staying with them, but that we won't contribute more than that. My brother-in-law did ask me to come by once a month to check in on my in-laws and do assessments, but I declined.
Oh, man.
I said if they have any questions, they can call me, but I won't be comfortable being more involved.
Lord Jesus.
Update number 2. Unfortunately, plans have changed and my in-laws have to move out of their apartment sooner than expected.
Oh, man.
They will have to move into my brother-in-law's home by the end of this week. My husband and I are away with our kids this weekend, so we're not in the area for my husband to help with the move. My brother-in-law did ask if we could have their parents live with us just until the new year.
No way.
They would make sure
if you move in, you're never going to get out.
So that my sister-in-law can finish her 2 weeks notice and the kids can have more Christmas on their own rooms than they had on last family vacation scheduled before my in-laws moved in. We said no. My husband told him that I already said I wouldn't help and that our in-law apartment was being used during the holidays by someone visiting. My brother-in-law asked if we'd at least be able to go there during the school break when my other brother and sister-in-law couldn't be there so that his vacation doesn't get canceled. My husband said no.
Oh, that kind of hurts.
They mentioned family should help family, and he reminded them how my mother-in-law has treated me. Okay. They started to argue over the phone about my husband helping more, and he told them he wouldn't. They also said he should put his foot down and tell me I had to allow their parents into our home.
No way.
At that point, my husband laughed and hung up. Our home was gifted to me by my grandparents before I was married. There is no way they're living in it.
There it is. I like that they tried to compromise and say, hey, look, okay, well, we're going to split this stuff up. It's unfortunate nobody ain't had no money. But this is the thing that I really like. I like that the husband did something that I often talk about. Protect your spouse. Protect your spouse. I love that because this is a situation where he could have easily caved and been like, but babe, these are my parents, and really started trying to pressure her to do something. So this woman must have been getting either treated very, very bad or this guy didn't love his mom like that. So I don't think that's the case. I think that they was treating her real bad for it to get to that point, and for him to be like, yeah, we're not doing that. And not only are we not doing that, I'm not chipping in no more either, because I don't like how you disrespected her. Mm-hmm. Like, that is huge, and I applaud him for that. Mm-hmm. Because that's definitely something where you had a boundary, and it sounds like that mom crossed the line.
And you know they were trying to say, bring them in for
just for a little bit, and then nobody's gonna move them out. Like, no way.
They would have been in there.
They would have been in there, and they would have been staying in there. No way.
Yep. But this is her house.
Yeah.
Before, so it's even worse. Like,
yeah,
it was gifted to her by her grandparents, so it means so much more to her. Yep. It's not just a house, a random house, and them wanting her. It's not her parents.
Yeah, no.
Those are your parents. Yeah. You guys have to come up with a solution. For you to want her, because she's stay at home.
And a nurse.
To take care of your parents and feel like she's obligated to do so. And y'all know that she treats her poorly.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like, the only thing I was like, what was a good resolution? How can we compromise on some way to help them, but without them staying in my house?
But he said he was paying for the increased cost, and that's it.
I know. I get that. I'm just saying, like, when I was first talking, that's where my mind was like, I'm running into a roadblock, because if ain't nobody got no money, this is a tough situation. But I guess the only thing, government, at a certain point, when you start doing taking care of somebody as a caretaker, I think they can get like disability or some kind of check like that.
Right.
But I think it takes a while to get that rolling. Yeah.
Because that person who's going to quit her job, she can get paid from the government for taking care of both parents, like 2 checks.
I believe so. I'm not sure how that works.
Even if she goes and she takes a caretaker whatever program, if she pays to do that, they can kind of convert their home into a, what do you call those things? A nursing home type.
Assisted living.
In a sense, and because that's what it would be.
Write off part of it, and
write off and get money from the government and be paid. I don't understand why they're not looking into different options.
Some people don't know.
But start looking into it. Top comment. What was the top comment? Not the a-hole. These men want you to be a full-time nurse, unpaid caregiver to their parents.
Oh yeah.
Using your very valuable education and credentials, and they assume they're entitled to hundreds of thousands of dollars of free labor from you because why? You their brother.
And she don't treat you good.
That kind of exploitation is ridiculous and deserve that verbal slap.
Yeah.
And someone else said, why is the only alternative OP or their wives? Why aren't these men stepping up to take care of their own parents? And someone said, because it's women.
Well, one person said
it's women's work.
Well, no, but the one person said that the wife was quitting because the salary difference, like they would be in bad shape if he quit his job. Then they really couldn't swing the bill. So I understand from that point, like if he's making more money than her, then it will make more sense for her to quit and not him.
Right. So someone said, excellent point, because caretaking is women's work, even though the parents only had sons. On a related note, I believe FMLA gives folks the right to take 13 weeks unpaid leave of absence. If OP's 2 brothers-in-law and their wives take all the FMLA, they could cover the entire year and nobody would have to quit. But the sons would have to view taking care of their own parents as possibly their job. But that's also meaning no money is coming in for 13 weeks.
FML is not a good
their job right now.
Yeah,
so FML is not a good.
You can take the time off, but it's like you take the time off and just no money's coming in. I guess it's better than quitting.
Right.
Where no money's coming in. But it's like this is indefinite though. It would be different if we got to go through a spell and then I'm able to pick back up and keep going. You have an indefinite situation. Like these people are going to be in this situation until they go home, to glory, as they say. I think what they did was best. The lady said, hey, look, I can go ahead and quit my job. You can still hold it down. Can we stagger. If you know, yeah, no, crazy. That's it. It's just crazy because I'm trying to think like how I feel about her saying I ain't even gonna stop by.
I'm looking to see if anybody gives any suggestions about how to do it, but no, they're not. Okay, all right, good. Next one. Good. Last story.
Number 3.
Removed by the moderator. I hate when they do that.
Yeah.
I don't like that story. Okay. All right. And this is from the subreddit Entitled People.
Oh.
New
that's
one.
New.
Entitled Thanksgiving guest wants to come by the day after and get some of the leftovers. You ready?
Entitled wants to come by. So he or she didn't come to that or didn't get invited to the Thanksgiving dinner, but they want to come by after and just eat up.
I don't know. You want to
hear it?
Okay,
let's go.
Usually my husband and I travel for Thanksgiving, but this year there was a concert the day after Thanksgiving and that we wanted to attend, so we stayed home and hosted a small Thanksgiving dinner for friends and family, 8 people total. I extended an invite to my cousin Janice, 44, whom I rarely see or speak to, even though she lives less than 30 minutes away. Janice came. She arrived less than 5 minutes before I told her we were going to eat, and she left before we even had pie.
Wait. So she came just in time to eat and got out of there immediately.
She was on her phone during the blessing, and most of the time she was there. When she announced that she was leaving, I asked if she wanted to take home a take-home meal because I was going to have plenty of leftovers. She said, "No, not now. I'm going home. I'm not going home. I'm going to meet a friend at the movie theater." I thought this was a little rude, but I didn't say anything, and she left without really saying goodbye to anyone.
That's why we don't hang out and you 30 minutes away, right there.
Friday late afternoon, early evening, my husband and I are heading out to the concert, and my phone rings. It's Janice. She wants to swing by the house and get some leftovers from the Thanksgiving dinner. I was totally gobsmacked. I told her no, we were already heading to the concert and we're not home. She literally asked if we could come back she could get some leftovers.
No way.
She was miffed when I said, "No, we're not turning around now," just so she could get some leftovers. I told her if she wanted leftovers, she should have taken them when they were offered. I have not heard anything from any other family members, but I'm sure I will at least hear from her mother. My aunt, but most of the family, including my aunt, already knows that Janice has never been known for her manners. Also, I'll be not inviting Janice to any other events that I host. Not.
No way. First of all,
is that real? Is this a real post? This is crazy.
I don't know, but the whole showing up, we're slightly estranged. You showing up basically just to eat, and we know those people. We have family members like that.
Yes, and I'm okay with those. No, I'm not okay.
No, it's not.
I'm not okay with that, but. Don't be rude during the whole process.
You was looking down on your phone, disconnected. This was a free meal, and now you want another free meal. No. And you're telling me to turn my car around so you can get this free meal.
You didn't even talk to me while you were
I'm
there?
I'm going to need you to have a nice day.
Get out of here.
You're going to have to run up to Chick-fil-A if it's not Sunday. Like,
it was Friday.
If it's on Sunday, you need to fast. Like, this is not right. No, that wasn't not the a-hole, but you were not the a-hole for telling her no, and she needs to get a life.
Yep. Entitled.
We don't like entitled people like that. I don't like people. It's all been entitled. Somebody else was trying to use entitled to my house and my nursing capability. What was the first one again?
What was the first
Lord
one?
Jesus.
The putting a relationship on pause.
Oh, yeah.
Entitled there as well.
Yeah. I firmly believe that fella went off to try something else.
Oh, yeah. And it didn't work out.
And it didn't work out.
Now you're like, so she's who I'm supposed to be with.
I want her, check his Facebook history. I specifically say Facebook because that's how it happened. It don't be happening on Instagram.
It's
but
not.
No,
it's not.
No.
It's not even Facebook. It's he could have met someone new. It could have been someone at work. It could have been any kind of things that she has no idea. And I'm so glad he did that. Somebody in this.
She dodged a bullet.
Yes.
She dodged a bullet.
And the thing is, you've been wanting a pet, and now you get this thing that you never wanted. Come on, your life is so much more fulfilled. This person says, I love when things like this happen. Removing people from my life is always a net positive, but it's sometimes hard to do. Having such an obvious "we're done now" moments make it easy. Yeah. Block, move on, done.
And sometimes, I feel like sometimes we hang on to people we may not even like. We're doing accommodations for them that we don't want to make
because it's uncomfortable,
and it's like,
to have that awkward conversation.
Yeah, it's like we don't have a real reason to not be friends or not be in a relationship, but you know what I'm saying? So like you kind of like,
but when someone does something egregious like that, you're like, boop, boop, peace up, down.
Time passes, and now it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and
I really wanted that peace up, down thing to be real. He said no one ever did that.
He did that, and that.
I thought that was something that Atlanta people did.
We were saying shawty.
Yeah,
I'm even pronouncing that too proper right now, but
said that in his songs.
My draw is almost going on camera. What is happening? I don't use, but it gets bad when I'm tired.
Oh yeah, it comes out.
It'll come out, but when I'm articulating.
Oh, you sound very American to my family.
I know, but I'm talking about it was one time you didn't understand me.
Oh yeah.
Like when I started really, But anyway, you got to turn off that. I want my subtitles to work. You do a video and the subtitles be like, I didn't say that. Fix. Right. But anyway, no. The entitled characteristic. What do I want to say? How I want to say that? Entitlement of these people.
There's so much entitlement going on in the world right now.
Oh,
there's so many people
gross,
who think
man.
that the world owes you something.
It's gross.
You are owed nothing. And a lot of times you think that what occurs in your mind is obvious. It's not. It's just those things need to be communicated.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that Paul situation is crazy.
Yep.
But I think that was definitely good for her to see that.
Yeah, I'm so glad he did that because she thought everything was okay.
Move in, come on, bro.
No, get out of here.
No
move
way.
On is what you meant.
I want to put a ring on it.
You spelled on wrong.
But no, that's what I'm saying about. Remember when they was talking about how Facebook was good, specifically when it first rolled out from after being colleges only, and it went open up to everybody. How it was good for therapists, business was booming.
Right,
and divorce lawyers, they was going back finding old flings and stuff like this. Hey, big head, how you doing? It's like, oh, this is bad. And people start messaging, and next thing you know, like, hey, let's hang out. It's just an old friend. And next thing you know, I need a pause, and you gone for 6 weeks, and then you realize, like, ooh, we didn't work out in high school for a reason.
Right.
A lot of times, and if there's anything I can give as advice, as a final thought, there's a lot of stuff that we have to be grateful for not working out. We have to be grateful that everything up until this point has shaped you into the person that you are today. And sometimes you don't see the other side of it, but you probably dodged a bullet. Every once in a while you'll get that opportunity to see the person. I seen somebody who I talked to a while ago, and it was like, whoo,
I always know.
And it's
every time it doesn't work
it
out.
It don't work. There's a good reason for it. Sometimes you don't grow enough quick enough to see. You know, but eventually you'll grow enough to see. It's like, yo, this didn't work out, and it wasn't supposed to. And if it would have, I would have been destroyed.
Yep.
Friendships, partnerships, businesses, relationships, marriages, whatever. You see that stuff, and it'd be like, I cannot believe I was on my face crying because this person ghosted me for 6 weeks and begging God to bring them home. And then they pop back up and start
as if nothing happened. Like I told you, I said that I was pausing. Like, what are you doing?
Not a thing.
And then making her feel like, I can't believe you went out and got a dog.
And you're down there snotting and crying and calling all your friends. It's okay,
really
baby.
Okay, though. She seemed like
she
really
told that story okay, but the people be broken up when they feel
but
ghosted and stuff like that. Yeah, now she got a support dog. His name is let me stop. Let me call an old person name. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for continuing to like, comment, and subscribe, watching the videos. I appreciate you so much. Please continue to share with your peers, your friends, your significant others. We want to hear from my homeboys who have wives, that your wives subscribe. And
such a specific,
because they be watching. I got homeboys who be watching, and I'm like, you tell your wife to look at it too.
Okay, I was trying to understand. It's very specific.
Yeah, no, because I know I got homeboys who watch it.
You're calling people out specifically. Got it.
No, I'm not calling anybody out.
That's what it seemed like. I was like, ooh, what are we talking about?
No, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm just saying, watch the video.
Share.
Share.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Bye.